Staying ahead of the market and knowing what you're going to do before the market makes major moves is going to be one of the key aspects to profitable trading. And that's exactly what we do in the Forex Weekly Market Predictions videos. Welcome to this week's video, guys. Today we're going to go over the top 5 major pairs and talk about how we plan to trade each of these pairs in the markets this coming week using structure and trend analysis. Today we're going to be doing detailed analysis on the euro dollar, the Aussie dollar, the pound dollar, the dollar yen, and the dollar Swiss. So if that sounds interesting to you, then make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button if you're new, because we come out with a video like this each and every Monday. And if you don't mind, go ahead and click that like button for me to help support the channel while the intro and disclaimer roll, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Alright, so let's go ahead and get today's video started on the euro dollar. This is a pair we were looking at last week. We pointed out this 1.1686 level right in here as being a major level of resistance now, as it was support multiple times in the past. So now that this level has turned into resistance, we actually got a pretty good trade off of this area last week. We got some profits out of that trade. And now we're pushing right back up towards that level again. So what do you guys think we're going to be looking for right at the 1.1686 level on the euro dollar for this week? Well, we're going to be looking for a reason to go short on this pair right up here at this level. So if the market pushes up just a little bit higher, then we'll be looking at the 1.1686 area for resistance. We'll be looking to get a shorting opportunity for trend continuation on this pair. As you can see, this pair has been breaking support levels now, putting us into a reversal and into a new downtrend here on the euro dollar daily chart. So as I said, if we get that push up to the 1.1686 zone, we'll be looking for a reason to short this market for trend continuation all the way down to the 1.1453 zone. That's the first place we'll be looking for support out of this market and a counter trend trade. If we break below that level, we'll be looking at the 1.13 even handle for our next level of possible support. Now there is a situation where this market could break above the 1.1686 level. If that happens, we'll be looking at that level as support, and we'll be looking at our next resistance around the 1.1872 zone, and our next resistance above that at our previous highest highs around the 1.2060 level, looking left right here. So as for the immediate future on the euro dollar, really paying attention to this level right here to see if we can get some shorting opportunities out of the market in this level throughout the rest of this week. Now, next up, let's go ahead and move on to the Aussie dollar. So here on the Aussie dollar, we have this level of support at 0.7631. This is a level of support we talked about in last week's video. Now, this market has hovered around this level for a while, put in some consolidation right here in this zone, and finally we have actually broken through that level with this candle. Now, this very next candle is very important to me. I want to see if this market continues in that trend, closes below this blue line yet again, or do we close back above the blue line? If we close back above the blue line, then I'll still be looking at this level as support. But the more likely scenario is that the market actually breaks through this level because of how many times it's been tested and the market was unable to put any kind of real rally up to break above our previous support levels or even to our next resistance level. So because of that, we're expecting this market to continue in this downward direction, and we're just waiting for more confirmation on this next candle here on the Aussie dollar. Now, if we get that confirmation, let's say this candle closes right down here, then we'll be waiting for a move all the way down to 0.7584 as our first level of support, and that will turn the 0.7631 level into our first level of resistance. If the market breaks above that, we'll be looking at the 0.7735 level as our next level of resistance, and finally above that is 0.7819 as our final level of resistance here on the Aussie dollar. And now we'll go ahead and zoom the chart out and find one more level of support here for this pair. So let's zoom out and see if we can find a spot that's been touched multiple times and respected multiple times by this market. The first level that stands out to me is right in here. And the reason is because this level was used as support by the market multiple times in through here. You can call this being used as resistance right through here, resistance again here, and then support once more here. So that level could, if the market decides to break through these levels, act as support once again, and that's going to be the place we start looking for some buying opportunities if we get a really big move down out of the Aussie dollar, right around the 0.7534 level. So as for the immediate future here on the Aussie dollar, we're waiting to see if this candle confirms that this level has been broken by closing below the level once more down here, or if we close back above it and we can start looking for some kind of buying opportunity above that level here on the Aussie dollar. And we've already mentioned the other levels of support and resistance that we'll be paying attention to throughout the rest of this week. So let's go ahead and move on to our next pair. And before we do, guys, if I sound a little raspy, it's because I've been a little bit sick throughout the week. That's also the reason that this video is coming out a bit late. So I do apologize for that. But I did want to get this content out to you guys. So I decided to go ahead and push through it and create this video anyway. But anyways, the next pair we're going to take a look at is going to be the dollar yen. So here on the dollar yen, last week we talked again about the 114.23 level, this level right here, as being major resistance. And in last week's video, we talked about if the market pushed down from that resistance level, we'd be looking for shorting opportunities on a lower time frame. So let's go ahead and go down to a lower time frame and take a look at what we have. Looking at the 4-hour chart here, and do you guys notice anything about this chart? Well, something interesting that I know is after this push below our daily level of resistance at 114.23 that we pointed out last week, we then have another break and close below our previous support level, and then yet again a break and close below our previous support level. What's that telling us? Well, that's telling us that we could have a possible reversal here. This trend previously was in the upward direction, and now we've had multiple breaks of previous support, telling me that we are in a possible reversal situation. So what we're going to be looking at is a possible reason to go short as a reversal trade from somewhere in this area right around this previous support level. And we actually pointed this out in last week's video. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description to last week's video, as well as in the top right hand corner of the screen, where you can see our full breakdown of the dollar yen from last week. But as for the immediate future on the dollar yen, we're going to be looking for some kind of shorting opportunity and some type of shorting entry reason in order to capture some trend continuation and ride this market all the way down to the 111.79 area. Let's zoom back out to the daily chart and take a look at the other areas that we'll be paying attention to for support and resistance on this pair. So our other major levels of structure here on the dollar yen, if we do push up instead of down, then we'll be looking yet again at the 114.23 area as resistance. If we get above that area, then 114.95 around the 115 even handle will be the next level of resistance that we look for a counter trend opportunity from. Now, if we push down as we expect, then we'll be looking to short the market all the way down to the 111.79 area. That's a level we'll be taking a look at for counter trend trading opportunities. If we push below that, we'll be looking at the 110.73 as our next level of counter trend possible trading. So that's going to do it for the dollar yen. Let's go ahead and move on to our next pair, which will be the pound dollar. The pound dollar has been in a period of consolidation for a little over a month now between the 1.325 area of resistance that we have pointed out and the 1.3056 level that we've pointed out in previous weeks as well. So the market right now using those two levels, the 1.325 level right up here as resistance and this 1.3056 level as support. So where the market sits right now, we have no trade as for the immediate future out of the pound dollar. If anything, we will wait for this market to either push down and get really close to our 1.3056 level and try to find some kind of trading opportunity on a smaller time frame to ride this market back up to resistance as long as we stay in consolidation. And then we'll be looking for a shorting opportunity from this resistance level. And that's what we're looking for as for the immediate future and as for this coming week here on the pound dollar. Now, as for a little bit further out, if we do break down past the 1.3056 level, we'll be looking at support at 1.2850. That'll be the first level we look for a buying opportunity. And if we break up past the 1.3237 level, then our next level of resistance will be the 1.3441 area. And above that, we'll be looking at 1.3597 for resistance here on the pound dollar. So not much to talk about here on the pound dollar. Really just a waiting game to see if this market will pull back down into our 1.3056 support level or push all the way up to around the 1.325 area for resistance. And that's what we'll be watching out for here on the pound dollar throughout this week. So now let's go ahead and move on to our last pair, the dollar Swiss. On the dollar Swiss, we had this nice break above our previous structure levels right in here last week, and we were waiting on a pullback down into that level. Well, we got that pullback and then some. We got a little bit deeper of a pullback down below our 0.9957 support level we had pointed out. And now the market seems to have rallied back above that level. That's a pretty good sign. So we'll be now looking around this level for a possible long opportunity. It's pretty obvious why I would be looking for a long opportunity out of this pair, as the most recent trend has been up with the market making new highs and new higher lows all the way up to its current position. So what I'm looking at this as is just another higher low. So that's what we're looking for as for the immediate future. This pullback here has given us an opportunity to take a possible long trade somewhere in this area. We'll be looking on lower time frames for some kind of entry reason out of the dollar Swiss to go long from the 0.9957 support level. If the market does get support from this level and pushes up, the next level we'll look at for a counter trend opportunity is around 1.0089. In that zones area, we can look for shorting opportunities, and if we push above that area, we'll look at 1.0167 for our next counter trend short opportunities. Now, if the market breaks below this level and continues lower, then we'll be looking at the 0.9873 level as our next level of possible support to continue this uptrend. If we break below that once more, we'll be looking at the 0.9740 level as our next level of support and our next level for some buying opportunities out of the dollar Swiss. So that's what we're looking at on the dollar Swiss, and that's our predictions for the top 5 major pairs. We do a video like this each Monday pointing out our predictions on each of these top 5 pairs. So if you're interested in being alerted when those videos come out, then you can subscribe to the channel here at the Trading Channel. Also, head over and sign up for our email list to make sure you're alerted first whenever we come out with these Forex weekly market prediction videos. And also any other free educational content that we provide here on YouTube. Now, if you sign up for the email list, that's not all you'll be getting. You also will receive a free butterfly pattern tutorial along with free structure training and other free trainings that we don't offer here on YouTube. Other than that, guys, make sure you're subscribed here. Make sure you go ahead and click that like button for me if you got value out of this content, and share it with a friend to help support the channel. If you're someone who is just starting out, or if you've been struggling for a while as a trader and you're ready to invest in your trading education, then we do have a paid program called the EAP, and this is a program that's helped many traders already achieve their goal of being a professional and independently profitable trader. I get emails every day from clients who have not only enjoyed the program, but tell me that the program has helped them on their path to trading success. So guys, if you're ready to invest in your trading education and take that next step towards profitability, then there's a special 20% off discount link in the description for the EAP Training Program. And if not, then I would just highly suggest that you dive into our YouTube channel and check out all the free information that we offer here. We have over 100 videos here on the Trading Channel, ranging everywhere from structure analysis and advanced patterns to simple patterns and trading psychology. So dive into those as well, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.